Hey, John, I wanted to talk to you because I've noticed that you've been avoiding communication with the rest of the team, and that seems to be causing some misunderstandings at work. If you really want to work better with others, there are a few things you should consider doing differently. First of all, you should try to communicate more openly and regularly with your teammates. Even short check-ins or quick questions can help clarify expectations and prevent mistakes. If instructions are unclear, you shouldn't hesitate to ask for clarification instead of making assumptions. You should also make an effort to participate in team meetings and discussions. Sharing your thoughts and listening to others can improve collaboration and build trust. On the other hand, you should avoid working in isolation because teamwork depends on cooperation and shared understanding. Additionally, it might help to summarize instructions in writing, such as through emails or messages, to make sure everyone is on the same page. This can reduce confusion and improve efficiency. Overall, by communicating more actively and being open to feedback, you can strengthen your relationships at work and contribute more effectively to the team. I'd like to talk about a time when I experienced a misunderstanding with a coworker at my previous job. We were working on a group project, and I misunderstood an email he sent about a deadline. I thought he meant the task was due the following week, but he actually expected it to be completed by the end of that day. Because of this confusion, my part of the work was delayed, and he was clearly frustrated. Once we realized something was wrong, we decided to talk face to face. During the conversation, we calmly went through the email together and clarified what each of us had understood. It turned out the message wasn't very clear, and neither of us had asked follow-up questions. In the end, we resolved the issue by adjusting the timeline and improving our communication. I learned that it's always important to confirm details, especially deadlines, instead of making assumptions. In this picture, it looks like a busy shopping mall, probably inside a department store. In the foreground, a cashier is scanning items at the checkout counter while a woman is paying with her card and smiling. A shopping cart next to them is filled with household items, suggesting she is doing regular shopping. On the left side, two women are standing near a clothing rack, but their attention is clearly on a young child who is crying. The child has tears on his face and is waving his arms, possibly asking for a toy. One of the women is likely his mother, and the child may be upset because he wants something from the nearby toy section. Behind them, there is a large toy area with shelves full of stuffed animals and colorful toys. In the background, several people are moving up and down the escalator, and a security guard is standing nearby, watching the area. Overall, the scene feels lively and crowded, showing a typical busy day at a shopping mall. In this picture, I think several things will most likely happen next. First, the child who is crying will probably calm down once one of the women, likely his mother, talks to him. She may either try to comfort him by explaining why he cannot have the toy, or decide to take him to the toy section to choose something small. At the same time, the shopping process at the checkout counter will likely continue smoothly, and the cashier will finish scanning the items while the customer completes her payment. In the background, people on the escalator will continue moving between floors, and the security guard will probably remain alert to manage the busy environment. Overall, the scene feels lively and crowded, showing a typical busy day at a shopping mall. Hey Sam, I understand why you prefer shopping in stores because you can see and touch the products. However, I really think online shopping is a better option, especially for our busy lifestyle. First of all, it's much more convenient. You can shop anytime from home without spending time traveling or waiting in long lines. This alone saves a lot of time and energy. In addition, online shopping makes it very easy to compare prices across different websites, so you're more likely to find better deals and frequent discounts. Another big advantage is home delivery. Instead of carrying heavy bags, everything is delivered right to your door, which is especially helpful after a long work day. Most websites also offer easy returns, so there's very little risk. Overall, online shopping is faster, more affordable, and far more convenient, which is why I think it's the better choice. Hi, Nick. I wanted to talk to you briefly about the project submission. I really appreciate how proactive you're being, and I understand why you want to send it as soon as possible. However, I'm a bit concerned that the project still needs a few revisions before it's ready. For example, there are some sections where the data hasn't been double-checked, and a few parts of the presentation could be clearer. If we submit it now and there are mistakes, it could negatively affect our team's credibility and the client's trust in our work. I think taking just a little more time to review and polish everything will actually make a stronger impression than submitting early. If you're open to it, I'd be happy to help revise those sections quickly so we can submit a high-quality final version that reflects our best effort. I don't think all university students should be required to study abroad for a year, even if funding is available, although I do believe it can be extremely beneficial for many students. On the positive side, studying abroad exposes students to different cultures, teaching styles, and perspectives. It helps them become more independent, adaptable, and confident. Living in another country also improves communication skills and cultural awareness, which are highly valued by employers today. However, making it mandatory for everyone may not be practical or fair. Some students have family responsibilities, health concerns, or financial obligations at home, even if tuition and travel are covered. Others may be enrolled in programs that require hands-on training or local internships, which could be disrupted by studying abroad. Additionally, not every student learns best in a foreign environment, and forcing the experience could actually increase stress instead of growth. In my opinion, studying abroad should be strongly encouraged and well supported, but remain a choice, not a requirement. This way, students who are ready and motivated can benefit fully, while others can pursue alternatives that suit their personal and academic needs better. Hello, I'm calling from the city center train station, and I'd like to report some unattended luggage that looks suspicious. I'm standing near the seating area on the platform, close to the electronic departure board. There are 3 bags on the floor: a black rolling suitcase, a blue duffel bag, and a green backpack, and no one seems to be claiming them. I've been here for several minutes, and I haven't seen anyone return to pick them up. A few passengers nearby have also started noticing the bags and keeping their distance. Trains are arriving and departing, so the area is fairly busy. I'm concerned this could be a security risk. Could you please send someone to check this out? I'm happy to provide more details if needed. Thank you.